Hello. How are you? Let me get rid of this. Hello. Hi. I'm obsessed with the fact that I think there's just a little group of us today, which I think is so cute and fun. Hi. Hello. How are you? I'm making one of these. While I wear my wrist brace, it's important to crochet responsibly. Oh, the number jumped up. Just kidding. I was like, oh, there are 15 of us, and now there are 40. It's fine. I love that also. I come to you from a hammock on my patio, living my best life. Oh my god. God, what a dream. That sounds incredible. Yeah, I'm crocheting. This is not spooky cards. This is Disco Elysium. Yeah, crochet is great. I knit for a really long time. But I have really bad carpal tunnel. That I like initially sustained. I don't know what it is. I've had to go to physical therapy for it. I don't know if it's like repetitive strain or like what the difference is between like really intense repetitive strain injury and carpal tunnel. When I went to the, I think I've told this story before, but when I went to the doctor, just like the GP that was that was available when I was trying to get a referral for physical therapy, or even before that, like my first time I went to try and get a referral, he just like picked up my arm and he took my wrist or my hand and he just wiggled it back and forth. And then he looked at me and he said, you know, if we discovered a cure for carpal tunnel, we would have by now. And I was like, what? Okay. He was like, you know, that like the #1 workman's comp issue. And I was like, okay, can you tell me if I have it so I can get the appropriate care? And he was like, you just have to like not use it. I was like, great, cool. Yeah, it was extremely very normal doctor visit with the doctor that I didn't know. But I was very aggressive like 2 summers ago about like, because I knew something was really wrong, because I, through a series of like cascading reasons, I was incapacitated from my wrist up to my elbow. Like I couldn't like grip anything. And so I had to see 2 different doctors, because the first doctor was like, I don't know that I can like refer you to physical therapy while doing like telehealth. And I was like, then you're gonna refer me to somebody who can. And then I did see somebody else over telehealth, and I was like, here's my arm and let me tell you where I'm having issues. And he was like, okay. And then he referred me to like a sports medicine place, where I went for physical therapy for 2 months. But it was very funny because it was for people who like did sports. And like, because I live in Southern California, it was like professional football players and like for Olympians doing like figure skating, and then me. And I was like, I hurt my arm from drawing too much and always being on that damn phone. Yeah, but the physical therapist that I saw was really, really sweet. And when I had to do this like grip strength, so I truly think that because I don't do sports, I'm not an athlete, and I just like wanged myself up from like literally illustrating. I took on too many commissions at once and I worked on them for too hard. like without stopping. In a setup that was in England. So it wasn't like my home, like ergonomic setup. And it was just not good. So I was like, oh, I hurt myself from holding a paintbrush for too long. And I fully thought, I think my physical therapist, the first day she saw me, was like, this person, it must just all be in their head. Because she was like, okay, well, let's go through all the like things to test to see. And she had me do the grip strength test. And she went, oh, do it again? And I was like, okay, as hard as I can and as hard as I can. And she went, oh, there is something wrong. Oh, you know that feeling when you try and see a medical professional and you're not, I don't know, a cis man who's hurt himself playing soccer? So, I would really recommend it. I had a great time at physical therapy. It really did help. And now I'm definitely in that space where I know that if I would just return to my exercises, I would probably feel better. And also if I just like got really strong. Yeah, it truly is hit or miss trying to make, because I've had some doctors where I go and see them and they're like, I believe you, everything that you're saying 100%. I'm going to run labs. And that's how we discovered that I had like a vitamin D deficiency living in Southern California, which was very funny. And then sometimes you go and see a doctor and you get into an argument over the definition of the word shy. I once had a doctor who was like, were you shy as a kid? And I was like, no. If anything, I was the opposite of shy. And she was like, okay, well then, so you didn't have social anxiety? And I was like, no, I do have social anxiety. And then she was like, so you're shy? And then I said, I think I need to see a different doctor. To be alive in now. Anyway, so I'm crocheting and I really like it. I think that you're able to have like a more ergonomic setup, I think, with crochet than with knitting, because you only have to have you can have like an ergonomic hook, whereas with knitting you can't, because the loops have to be on the whole needles and you have to hold both of them. Am I a pen or knife crocheter? I don't know. I probably crochet in a truly demented way. I think I loop too aggressively. I think there are some people who are able to just like hook under no matter what. But I have always been like, and even people who knit, there are people who are able to do it without like having to physically loop the yarn around. Knife. I don't know what that means. It sounds neat though. Yeah, so I'm enjoying it. I've made a lot of squares. And I also made a cardigan. I sort of taught myself on a cardigan, but I reasoned that if I already knit, it can't be that hard to make a cardigan. When you're crocheting, it's actually very difficult and different. But I did it out of spite. Made a whole cardigan. It looks great. But it is very warm. I think right now it's like 82 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like 28 degrees Celsius, and weirdly muggy. It's like weirdly muggy today. So I might actually open these windows behind me. Let me dunk this back in the basket. And then let's get started. Okay, I've dumped that in the basket. Let me open the windows behind me, and then let's begin. American versus UK notation for crochet. I sort of I have to see somebody do it. I don't know. Oh, I fully believe, especially in Long Beach, because we have the benefit of being by the water. It's a lot cooler here than it is like further inland. Okay, let me open the windows. Oh no. I knocked over a zine about pattern switching, which is an assignment I give my students. I make my intro to internet students make zines. And I have an example zine on packet switching. 45 degrees, 113, no thank you. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Let's play Disco Elysium. It's just very chill today. We're just being very chill. Yeah, Nattery says, I've loved seeing Disco played with high intelligence stats. I did high psyche and there was a lot different. Yeah, I also think that, like, it's very, very, very different to be playing this with the streamer buffs versus, like, how one would play the game without being able to just fucking cheat all the time. Oh no, Conifer! I'm so sorry about your hammock. Also, I have a new phone background and it's Sailor Moon. Anyway. Okay. So I'm gonna load the game. At this point, I am like 43 hours into this playthrough. I mean, you know, plus or minus a couple hours of cumulative just like dicking around, chatting while streaming. But if you don't know what's going on, I don't know what to tell you, bud. It is helpful to check out my journal, which you should be able to look at basically any time using the Twitch plugin. But if you're joining and you don't, I don't know, man, I don't know what to tell you. I'm so happy that you're here and I admire that you wanna just like see what it's all about. Let's see. So it has been about 2 weeks since I have played. So I will need to peek at this journal to see like what do I still have to do? But I did spend a lot of last play time, the last stream that I did of Disco, talking to the truck drivers and learning about the Pale. So that's sort of like what we did last time. And yes, we are the sad cop who likes bribes and has a beautiful partner, says number one Void. Yeah, exactly. If this cop will always take a bribe. How do we get to the plug it on mobile again? I usually watch on PC. I think if you look above chat, there's like a number, like a +1 or like a +2 that'll let you know how many extensions I have running. And then one of them is my closed captions, which I need to turn on. And then the other one is the Disco plugin. I have now turned on my captions. Yeah. Great. Thank you. I also love my little Kim Kitsuragi emote. It was a joy to draw. And I did it instead of working. Okay. So we've talked to all the drivers now, and we can report back to Joyce. So let's go ahead and do that. I sort of feel like a lot of the things are like longer game, like are gonna take longer. So I do think that yes, we have the communist meeting at Staban's after 10 p.m. But then I think there's also like, yeah, someone's been running around with your sidearm pretending to be a police officer. You must meet her near the old fish market at 10 and get your service weapon back. Just walk past the fishing village until you see the boardwalk. I feel like I should do both of these things without Kim. So it's both. I'm going to have to do this one first because that's going to be at 10. And then the communism one. Oh, get yourself organized. Happens after 10 in the Cape Side apartments. So those are things I will be doing today. But that is in like 9 hours from now. So I think in the meantime, what I might do is, so I'll talk to Joyce, and then I think I'll maybe try and inspect some of these traps. Yeah, the thing is that a lot of these quests really are like, keep looking, find a way. Where is the armor? I need to improve my empathy so that I can talk to Kuno in a way that where he will respect me. I started on the communism quests too late to finish them. It's weird, right? Because this game has a sort of like internal clock that seems to imply... Oh wait, no, I need to go talk to Joyce first before I go and look for the traps. That you can sort of take as long as you want solving the case proper. Or at least that's what I have been told. But if you want to do like some quests, they are weirdly time locked. Oh my god, I critted the empathy check on my first interaction with Kuno and felt like a god. The only crit that I've managed to get that truly made me feel like a major league gamer was when I didn't throw up at the crime scene. I was like, wow. Okay. I feel like that box is something I should be able to interact with, but... Oh my god. I always do that. Sorry to everybody that I became friends with on Steam in 2012 and are still on my friends list. Okay. We did it, folks. We made it back to Joyce. Okay. Hello, Joyce. I talked to all the lorry drivers.
Good. What can I help you with?
I don't fully remember what
Yes,
I
my
learned.
eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Wait a minute. Where exactly are these eyes located?
It doesn't really matter. And I do apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this.
Oh, I have an ad about to start. Well, that's annoying. Visual calculus. Medium success. One of the tall buildings overlooking the roundabout, most likely. That would give them a read on the entire quarter. Oh, I feel like I'm wearing the wrong clothes for speaking to Joyce.
In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
Empathy. Challenging success. She's trying to conceal her excitement, but the slight glimmer in her green eyes tells you otherwise. Yes, I learned there was a lady driver, and I broke into a car that was suspicious. Forgot about how I broke into that car.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I'm sure you understand.
Let me make this a little louder. You need to hear what Kim has to say. Yeah, Kim is the one who broke into the car. It was great. Yes, she had the shoe from the scene of the crime. Yes. Because we could tell that it was worn down from the sandpaper on the pedal from driving her car. And the footprints had one off shoe, which is neat. There is going to be an ad in about 90 seconds. If you're not subscribed, I promise I won't do anything interesting during those 30 seconds.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn.
She says, her tone more cautious suddenly.
I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
Half-light. Easy success. The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries. What was that about a bloodbath? I've already heard about a connection between the lynching and strike, but I need your testimony. That's enough for now. I'll start with number 2, then 1, then 3.
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
A momentary lapse of faith? Do you need a security detail? I'll say the first one.
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
She nods.
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
They also have trauma and stressor disorder. What does that mean?
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him.
Yeah, disco PTSD? That sounds like what that would mean. They are absolutely unhinged, I see. Yeah, I think it's Disco Elysium brand PTSD. That sounds about right. Yes, and this reminds me that as we play Disco Elysium, we're likely to encounter topics that are uncomfy, and we'll just simply try to go about them the best we can. Okay. Because I believe that this is sort of the reason why this military contractor was killed.
He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
What then?
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbor. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now.
There's at least one topic that warns you it's going to get very graphic, and it's no joke. Yeah. For now?
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
Half-light, medium success. It'll be all of them. The decision is already made. You've made a mess here. I have to say, this is not disco. Maybe the investigations can team up? You know, share resources and intelligence? Boy, oh boy, is that not good. I think that's the one I'm gonna say.
It's not good, no. My only hope is that you provide a single concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put,
A wave crashes against the side of her boat, and she grabs hold of the mainsail.
if you don't pin this on someone good, and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
Excuse me?
The Debarders have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a Hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
She leans back. Encyclopedia. Medium success. The Ceres giant hornet, the world's second largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours. I have seen a YouTube video of this, and it is devastating.
These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all. As I said, a bloodbath.
She is silent for a moment, then continues. I can see it happening. Too many things would have to go wrong first. Oh, I can't see it happening. Too many things would have to go wrong first. Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario you're describing? I think the confrontation is inevitable. I think this confrontation is inevitable. But isn't this a pretty bleak scenario you're describing?
Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Lieutenant W. Frater de Bois.
She looks at you, eyes damp from the wind. My name is actually Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. So
All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
I actually have a pro-union illustration available on my imprint. That's a hive of bees, a hive of honeybees, and it says, all we have is each other. And you too can purchase it at imprint.com/gallery/capamkapow. Union workers do need to fight like bees. Just pile on top of the mercs and vibrate until they overheat and die. There you go. 10 out of 10. Easy peasy. And what was that about a bloodbath?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
What can you tell me about Crenell?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients: Saint-Baptiste, Welchman-Lorenz, Eendracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
God bless America.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Okay. Anything else you got on them?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources.
She thinks.
If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM, I did not think I would be dealing with a group like Crenell.
Could you contact the company? Tell them to call them off.
I have, and they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
I keep reading it as insane clown posse. Oh no. And now I don't remember what ICP actually stands for in this video game. Police. Intercontinental Police. I don't know. Interinsulary Cop Police. Insulindian? Yeah, could be Insulindian. Insane Clown Police. Oh no. Oh no. Well, I guess that's just what it has to be. Drama. Medium success. She's being truthful. She's pressing them as hard as she can. Insulindian Coalition something, or is it Coalition? International Collaboration Police, Citizen maybe. Yeah, could be any of these. These are all great guesses. Okay, this colonel, the one who was hanged, did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes, but I did not know him.
Empathy. Challenging success. You don't know how you know. It's not written on her face, nor in her voice. But she had sympathy for this man. You liked him.
Liked is a bit strong. He was the most charismatic among them. He handled all the talking. His departure left a major gap in the group's communication skills.
She tosses her head. Ugh. Oh, you looked it up, which spoils the fun. It's so funny because I was like, well, International Collaboration Police just sounds silly. But I guess it's right. There you go. Love that they've made this, like, charismatic cop, like, the shittiest among them. Or at least just as shitty as the rest of them.
Lely, his service name, a nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Tell me about the others first.
One is a man. Corty, they call him. A nickname as well. The other a woman, Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
What would you say was his eye color? The deceased's.
The lieutenant cuts in. She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
There's a pang of regret to her voice. Logic, medium success. The lieutenant was testing her, asking a small detail first to see if she knew him better than she let on. She passed.
That's all right, man. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40 or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age or gauge his facial expression.
Indeed. This matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He says to you, then turns back to Joyce.
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own.
Yeah, on Denizen, if you go into settings, there are different, like, narrator modes. They are newer, and this style was recommended to me by my partner, so that we didn't have various voices butting in, and that way we could, like, pause and discuss in the middle of narrations. But we do miss out on some of the voices, definitely. Definitely.
In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
She nods. Okay, I'll ask. You said the deceased assaulted a woman. This might be uncomfortable. We'll see.
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
She tilts her head. Who did the passing on then?
The remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they believe.
What did these teenagers by the canal say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
I don't know that Kuno's a teenager. The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place? And when?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
And who was this woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor about a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
Inland Empire. Medium success. You'll meet her soon enough, you feel. Where are the remaining 2 mercs now?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth.
She puts her foot on the guard wire for balance.
They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
We still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
I'm gonna ask. Where are these mercenaries? Yeah, success. Success? I'm from New Zealand now. Success! Logic. Medium success. One is obviously the scab leader at the harbor gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise. The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers. One must be the goon in the ill-fitting work clothes by the harbor gates, the scab leader.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
She is poised and unperturbed.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a powder keg. Does this not bother you?
This catastrophe? Kim, I love it. I love this read.
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
One is probably in a building overlooking the roundabout.
That would afford a good vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible.
She says. This puts a sort of grim spin on the fact that all the Hardy boys are declaring that they did the murder. They're trying to put themselves in front of the mercs. Yeah. Yeah.
Where is your radio for contacting them, if I may ask? Do you have an earpiece?
Heavens no. I'm not an undercover agent. There's a short wave at the ship's wheel.
She nods towards the sloop's cabin. I had another question for you.
I hope I can answer it better.
How much time do we have?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
There is a brief silence. Seagulls squawk over the bay.
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
That's enough for now.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Now, can you tell me about these tattoos? show her the photo. Of course, excuse my hesitation before. She reaches over the guard wire and takes the photo, holds it in her hand. For about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a Trigat not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Stay quiet. Observe the woman's expression. Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface. Empathy. Challenging success. She has no excess of emotions for this cadaver. Has she seen dead bodies before? It's likely. What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars.
She breaks her concentration. Then she points to one on the photo paper.
I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Like stars in the sky?
Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
What is the use of this map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
And what travels did the dead man make?
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oronese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
She points to it on the photo.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first to Semines Islands, then this.
She points to his heart. What is that?
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
Conceptualization. Medium success. The old world passing by, and the new world already here.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Esprit de corps. In Martinez, looking into Crenel, he writes in one. Then the man puts down his pen and rubs his temples with both hands. Outside, there is a siren. Distant gunshots on the streets of the Jamrock Quarter. Encyclopedia. Challenging success. Vredefort? Vredefort has a military academy. The Semines Islands saw a recent conflict. In Revachol, he was executed. This man is no brother of mine, but this is his service history. Maybe it's a record of his military career, or leave it be. Yes, Bloody Stapler, welcome in. Happy to explain where we are if you have any questions. But I think if you just kind of like ride along, little bits and pieces will make themselves known to you. But yes, as Undenizen points out, you can always look at the journal to see where we are and what we're up to. Yes, and I will never run out of morale because every vaguely conceptual thought heals him. It's incredible. Very robust in morale, not robust in body. I would say that's true of me as well. But I don't know that my morale is very high. I feel like receiving all this information about how the tattoo on this man's torso is a, like, star map. I guess presumably of the Pale in a way, if it's, like, between various isolas. I don't fully understand, perhaps, what they want me to take away from this. Because I'm simply a little dum-dum. I'm just a little stupid guy. So I am similarly just going to ride this wave until something makes sense to me, which is how I go through most of my life, I'd say. So I will say this man is no brother of mine, but this is his service history, which I think is very funny. Yeah, I think that going to graduate school the first time inured me to not understanding things and then just hoping by the end I would understand a little bit more. That's how I read Dune. I was like, I'm just going to keep reading the words in front of me. Also, when I was a long distance runner, I was like, if I just keep running, eventually I will stop. Those two things are very much the same. Yeah, the weird, confusing vibes. I just wanted to say that if there was something, like, nuanced that I was meant to understand, never would, never will. But, yeah, I love to be befuddled.
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident. Mercenary tattoos.
Conceptualization. Medium success. For all the boys looking for adventure. A blood spatter on the seas. Who could tell me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
Empathy. Challenging success. It could go this or the other way. Maybe if you're tactful, it could be beneficial. Encyclopedia. Medium success. Surely there are other people to ask about the tattoo? This is not necessary to complete the task, officer. It's a dangerous side task. Search elsewhere. I need the information. Mark it down. Ask mercs about tattoos.
Do what you have to do, Detective Dubois. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security. But if you should wade into the mob to find out, I couldn't stop you.
I'm Joyce Messier, and I say tattoo.
We will be careful, ma'am.
That's all for the tattoos. Thank you for your help.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
She hands you back the photo. Thank you. That's all for now. Oof. Okay. And now I've autosaved. And now this task is done. Okay. I have 2 available skill points. So I might try and go and pass that empathy check with Kuno. Get him to trust me. And then go look at the traps. I don't know that I necessarily want to try and ask the strike leader about the tattoos. I do fear a confrontation. I can paint the wall, although I don't have the fuel that I need. Do I have the fuel oil? I have fuel oil and a paintbrush. Oh my god.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Oh. Hey, I talked to Manana about the armor.
So?
He raises his eyebrows, projecting aggressive indifference. He told me you promised to, quote, sick the pigs on him. He said to thank you, wasn't too keen on chasing down the armor anyway. He said you're now the king of the entire Jamrock? I'm gonna say that one because it's funny.
North Jamrock. Kuno meant everything north of 881. The rooster fucked Kuno's words up. Kuno doesn't do south. Doesn't fuck with the madre.
Kuno sent your fat ass running around like jello.
Yeah. Content warning. Kuno.
Look, pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on.
He's suddenly all business. I will remember this, Kuno.
You got fucked. You got fucked, pig. Fucked bad. Of course you're gonna remember this. Now get the fuck out of here, griefing the Kuno.
He repeats.
After this shit, you better have something real interesting to say if you want to stay in Kuno's face.
Yeah, real interesting.
Okay, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
I see. Okay. I'm gonna take this empathy. Gonna level up. I accept my changes. Alright.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Alright, gang. Let's see if we can't boost this Kuno check. Get ready. We're gonna boost empathy. We're gonna take away, I believe, yeah, intellect. Boost psyche, take away from intellect, and let's just see what we can do. Alright, gang. Boost psyche, take away from intellect, hit that vote button. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. Lordy. Oh, my empathy shoes. Do I have my empathy shoes on? Nobody knows. All right, 72%. Let's go. Yes! Finally. Yes! Finally, I will empathize with Kuno! Major League Gamers! Thank you, everyone. I want to thank the Academy. I want to thank all 62 of my viewers and all 145 of my subscribers here on twitch.tv. Oh! Rumbelow wants me to give a treat to Virginia. She's currently asleep on a big box in front of this camera. I mean, my desk. Hold on. I wonder if I can show you. Hold on. Okay, I don't think that there's anything that I could possibly show you on the other side of this desk that would accidentally dox me, but you will have to endure a little bit of motion sickness while I move the camera. I promise it is worth it. Okay, are you ready? She's being so cute. Okay, endure the motion sickness. Hold on. Can you even believe it? She's curled up into a little ball. She's being so good. Yeah. Yeah. I know. It's amazing. It's just like, can you even believe it? Also, her jingle collar is off, so you may not hear her jingling about. It's only temporary. Do you want a little greenie? Hi. Oh, a big yawn. Here, I'll give you a greenie from here to there. How would you feel about that? Oof. Here, do you want this? Well, I'll leave it here. Oh, no. I dropped my lip balm. Okay. Yes, I love her little jingle. My lip balm and my external hard drive went falling. I've left the little treat from Rumbelow on the edge of my desk. And so hopefully she'll simply reach for it. Yeah, you can have it. It's all yours. Okay. Anyway, let's empathize with Kuno. Yeah, there's a treat for her for when she wakes up. Thank you all for enjoying that small peek at my very round, very fluffy little cat. Okay. Empathy. Legendary success. It's not Kuno. It's Kuno S. Oh, hi. Oh, Virginia, I don't think that you should step on my computer. I don't think that. Okay, so you are. So you are walking on the computer. I see. Okay. Well, I'm just going to cover up the power button so you don't accidentally step on that. How does that sound? Yes. Hi. Is it comfy? Yeah? Okay. Hello. You just gonna sit? Just gonna sit right on my PC? Okay, hold on. Endure some motion sickness again. I'm gonna show you my cat. Okay. Hello. Hello, come on down. Hi. Oh. Yeah? Do me a favor. And yes. Here, do you want this treat? Oh. So it did fall. So it did. Okay. Okay. She tried. Up. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Back over here. Looking at all the things on my wall. My work calendar. Yes, you found it. Good job. And now running away. Was that yummy? Licking her chops. Sitting down. She has some sort of cleft? No. Simply a little kitty cat with a big yawn. And licking her little chops. Jello shot. Yeah, that's a good name for a 14-year-old's cat. You know, you can have a non-alcoholic Jello shot. Just a little shot of flavor. She's got a bunch of little stains, little fur stains on her mouth because she is calico colored. Like not quite tortoiseshell, not quite traditional calico, but it's because her fur is so long. She looks like a little impressionist painting of a cat. Like you just took a calico cat and you just like smudged her just a little. Yes, now she's licking her paws to clean her little face because she indulged in a little treat. It would have been very funny if the stream had suddenly ended. Okay. Let's empathize with Kuno, shall we? All right. Fuck does Kuno care? The boy turns to you. He doesn't care. Empathy. Legendary success. It's not Kuno. It's Kuno S. Interesting. How? Act on it. Try and separate them. Interesting. How? Kuno S is by far the worst of the two. Kuno has no problem being near you, but the other hides behind the fence, afraid for her life, like she's done something. Something very bad. She came up with that psychopathic scheme of screaming for help before. Kuno just wanted to talk to you about his name. Kuno S was the one who wound him up and directed him. All in all, Kuno respects madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. You must win yourself a few minutes with him. Alone. Act on it. Try and separate them. Kuno. Psst.
Fuck you whispering about?
He whispers back. He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
Fuck you whispering about!
Rhetoric. Medium success. She puts extra stress onto that word, expecting it will make you uncomfortable.
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
He turns back to you and hunkers down. Empathy. This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this. Kuno, listen to me. She's trying to control you. We gotta get you out of here. What's up with her? She's terrifying. Crazy scary. Phew. Am I glad she's out of our hair? She's fucked up. Oof. Okay. There's 2 wrong answers and 1 right one. Yeah, I would love to not fuck this up. Here, let's vote. We can vote. We can vote. Hold. Okay. All right. So now everyone's complicit. Abstaining, I have no idea. A responsible voter. I vote to save scum. I'm gonna Google it. Hold on. Empathy with Kuno. Can you help Kuno? Okay. Don't insult him. Don't thank him. Don't apologize. Don't speak against or harm Kuno S. Don't try to change his viewpoint. Encourage his artistic side. Let him see the autopsy. Ask him about his name if the option comes up. Okay, interesting. Okay. Okay. Yeah. There's so much of this game. Has anybody ever noticed that? Okay. Yeah. Okay. What's up with her? She's terrifying. Crazy scary.
Crazy? You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy. She's insane. Dangerous. She's smoked a man. She's done people in. Probably even pigs.
He whispers tensely.
Stop talking to him! Kuno, I'm fucking warning you! You're gonna get us into shit!
Empathy. She understands what you're trying to do.
Yo, see? Did Kuno not tell you? Kuno told you. Kuno talks to whoever he wants. Talk, pig. Kuno's got it under control.
He hunches down again. Empathy. You did it. They're separated. He's even turned his back to her, so she can't read his lips. Savoir-faire. Medium success. Fuck. She can read lips? You should cup your mouth. What do you mean she smoked someone?
Kuno means she killed someone. That's right. She's a killer. Like, actually a killer.
Perception. Sight. Medium success. His little green eyes are fixed on yours. Drama. Medium success. He's meant everything he said before, but right now he not only means it, he is sincere. Really? Isn't she too small to overpower someone?
Are you getting this? You think I'm fucking telling you a joke here? How hard do you think it is to kill a fat ass? Sweet talk him, then knife him.
He pokes you in the gut.
She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has.
Okay. How many cops has she killed then?
Forget Kuno said that. Kuno was just shitting. Kuno was just running his mouth. Kuno's stupid like that.
He feels eyes on the back of his head and stops. Shivers. Challenging success. There's something cold in the air, like water lapping against cold stones, or dripping, in a hallway nearby. 3 years ago, there were shoes in the corner. Logic, medium success. A cop would be too large for her to overpower, but a determined child of her size can still kill the vulnerable, the elderly, the homeless, or other children. Kuno S. The creature peers at you both from over the fence. There is something searching in her eyes. Half-light, medium success. Fear. Kuno, do you think it's possible that she's killed other children? Kuno falls silent. He does not look at you when he replies.
Kuno, that's what Kuno is starting to think, yeah.
Savoir-faire, medium success. Don't move your head. Just look from the corner of your eye. Look at her. Look at her. Though her friend spoke too low for her to hear, Kuno S. is not smiling anymore. You think she has anything to do with the dead man?
Yeah, she would have liked to fuck him up, but she didn't. Kuno wasn't around, and C was with Kuno.
Where were you?
Look, Kuno's gonna put you at ease. We didn't do it.
Drama, easy success. He speaks the truth, my liege. You said she's insane?
Yeah, she's psycho. None of that kiddie psycho, cat burning shit. She does the real deal.
He leans in even closer. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna ask what the real deal is. I feel like it's not gonna be great.
Snuff radio shit. Believe me, pig, you don't want to know.
Yikes! Rhetoric, medium success. And he doesn't even want to think about it. This isn't just another boast. Yikes! What's that language she uses?
Fuck knows. She says it's the song of her people or some shit.
What people?
Crazy people. The fucking Nakis. I don't know.
Encyclopedia. Challenging success. It's Suru-S. The Suru are an indigenous ethnic minority in the social democratic powerhouse Vasa, on the tundra and taiga covered isla of Katla, far, far away from here. As far as possible, really. Kuno, could she be Suruis?
Surois? Like that man from Helmdall shit? She could be. She could be that Helmdall shit.
The kid lights up. Encyclopedia. Ravishal does have a small Suruis community. Or she climbed into a yakberry crate and was shipped over accidentally. I think it's very funny, actually, to yell, "It's Finnish." Is she your sister?
Fuck no, she's not my sister. She's just a stray who got in. Like a mad dog or some shit.
Stray?
Yeah, she was just there.
He points at the apartment building behind the fence. I'm sorry, Virginia is being very, very cute again. She's resting her little head against the baseboard. I may have to tweet this. It's too cute. Hi. Oh, she woke up. She's just being very cute. You know? You know when there's a little cat? I know, she's being such a perfect angel. Bless her. She's so fluffy. I didn't mean to interrupt your nap. I'm so sorry. Okay.
What was that, Kuno?
The little one twists her neck, looking at the building.
She was in the hallway, dripping wet, by the fucking shoe rack, in the dark.
Kuno flinches, then lowers his voice even more. I know, it's nice to have Virginia being perfect and very sweet while this is happening. That hallway there? With the janitor's closet? Point.
Yeah, that's the place. She was just balled up near the closet, psycho style.
Why was she dripping wet?
Kuno's got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor too. She was there for 3 days, in the corner, every time Kuno went out.
You said she got in? How?
I dunno. Someone left the door open. Kuno comes home and she's sleeping under the desk, under the pile of clothes, like a dog.
What about your parents?
Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there. Or thinks it's fucking Kuno. Shit's all on Kuno.
He points at himself. Yikes. How are you dealing with all of this? Conclude.
How's Kuno dealing? Kuno's dealing just fine. He doesn't need you fucking with any of it. C doesn't either. Kuno's got this shit under control.
He spits through the gap in his front teeth. I mean, oh, very sad. Huh. Okay. I guess I don't want to say she needs professional help. You can't do this alone. I feel like Kuno would not appreciate that. And I'm not going to say like, okay, kid, because I feel like Kuno also wouldn't like that, being called a kid. I'm just going to say, you need backup. I'm here for you. You need backup. I'm here for you.
Listen. C is Kuno's go-to. Kuno's protecting her. You fuck with C. You fuck with Kuno. You threaten her. You threaten to take her away.
He points to his eyes, then yours. This is what it all comes down to. He needs you to take him seriously now.
I'm going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on her, sneak up on you later, and fuck you up. You understand?
The boy looks you in the eye, black pupils, trying to focus. Half-light, medium success. He may not be able to do it, but he will try. Right now, he believes he will. I can respect that.
All right, now we can do business.
He wipes the sweat off his brow. Business?
Yeah, what do you want? Kuno can hook you up with...
He starts, no longer whispering.
Oh, don't hook him up with shit, Kuno.
See, relax. He respects the Kuno. Kuno made him respect the Kuno. You respect the Kuno, you get all kinds of shit.
He turns back to you. Lordy!
Kuno's gonna get you hooked on illegal narcotics if you run a little errand for the Kuno. Get you hooked, pig. Get his hook in you. Then Kuno gonna get you hooking for more. Cash in big style. Pig hooker.
Holy cannoli. Okay. Sure.
That's right. Kuno's a candy store for pigs now. Get ready to be rewarded.
He concludes, spreading his hands like a baker, presenting a selection of freshly baked pastries. Oh, I could get those found trousers. For 15 real. That's expensive. Pants, pants, pants. Fancy pants. Matching set. I know. Ugh. They're modular pants. I think you can buy the Faln tracksuit on the Zaum Atelier. You know, when they have their once every 3 month drop. Oh, you can buy a Faln, like, tracksuit top. It seems like they still have it in stock. Description. The original excellence in crosstown apparel, a unique form of continuity in space, engineered with the most advanced Mirovian textures for maximum performance and sweat absorption. The Dashfault's iconic Streifen pattern is inspired by kicksand patterns found in inner city rough yards. The initial prototypes were produced using an extremely rare Samarin cotton prized for its supra-black fibers. Famously, the test subjects never stopped screaming. The top and bottom are sold as a set and are 100% cotton. There are even pockets, so you can look nonchalant as you kick the pavement. Live unapologetically in the old school. We're telling you to. Oof. The Kim jacket is so good. I know. I know. They're all so expensive. Oh, it's the whole Faln tracksuit set. Wow. They only have the large still in stock. And they are expensive, but they're all like handmade, ethically made. Yeah, they sell the Kim jacket in black. And the person who models the Kim jacket looks so fucking cool. It's like they look insultingly cool. I mean, I'm sure there are also people who are like triple XLs who are like, I can't believe that everything is coming in triple XS. So, you know, everyone who has to exist in a size and a body that is not traditionally catered for gets the short end of the stick so often. But I'm a pretty tiny person in like a small medium size, so I have no room really to complain. Yeah, the guy in the black Kim jacket looks sick. I like how the inside of the black jacket has like lizard brain, like the revolution pattern, I think. Oof. The thought cabinet, I think is what it is. Man. Oof. Yeah, the Torque Dork cargos, they're all so good. And I also love that they have like stats attached to them. They look so good. Jack, my partner, owns a pair of trousers that they call their Kim Kitsuragi trousers that came from a brand called Folk that they really, really, really like. I wonder if they... It's the kind of thing that you can only buy every now and then because they are expensive. But when you try to, you know, live relatively minimally, and you only buy like a couple of things a year, I think these are them. I'm not sure. I don't think so, because these don't have like the tapered bottoms of the trouser. I'll link it in chat. Here it is. But this is like one of Jack's favorite clothing retailers. They get like one thing from them a year. Cute stuff, though. There's some cute stuff. Hold on. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Look. Cute. This is cute. So is this. What is this? What is this illustration? What is happening? Sure. You know? What are you gonna do? Oh yeah, the perfumes I got. Yeah, I really like them a lot. So I got a bunch of samples from this perfume company called Imaginary Authors. And I have been waiting until like I've had a like decent amount of time with the various scents before I like make a decision on them. And they sent me like a free sample along with it says Daniel Johnston. I think that's like the artist who did this like limited edition collab. But I will say they sent me this A City on Fire as their like free sample that they sent me. And this one full on I like said whoa out loud when I sniffed it. It fully smells like a noir gas station at night. It smells like wet rain on pavement and gasoline. It's very bizarre. I don't know how they do this. But right now I do think that like the Saint Julep is my favorite scent, which I did not expect. This is new. What is this? Oh, and I also love this Memoirs of a Trespasser. What is this one? Telegramma. Two Argentinian lovers manage to stay in touch even as the world pulls them further and further apart. Persuasive messages, some of which take months to reach their recipient, dramatically alter the course of each of their lives. But the time that passes between communications has a way of unraveling even the best laid plans. Aboard a transatlantic flight many years later, the two are serendipitously united. But the repercussions of this much-anticipated convergence could have global consequences. Whoa. Neat. I do love lavender. Talc and lavender. Interesting. What is this? They're doing a shaving soap and an aftershave. Interesting. It does sound like a good book. God, I want all of them. And I might email them because they sent it to me with a coupon code, and then I was like, well, I need to smell all of them and wear them and see which one I like the most. Before I purchase one. And now I think I'm like out of the time that I was available. It was like a 30-day coupon code. And Cape Heartache is also very good. But I think if I had to choose my faves, I do love this Memoirs of a Trespasser and the Saint Julep. It's just good. And I love the label. I think the label is so good. It's just $95. It's a lot of money. But I do want one very bad. It's cool as hell. I think this is a different label than to what who knows. Anyway, they're all very good. If, Imaginary Authors, if you're out there, I'll shill for you. I love a good smell. Anyway, the video game Disco Elysium that I'm playing. Do I want these pants? Not right now. Goodbye, Kuno.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Amen. Let's go paint a wall. Oh, Lord. It's raining in the game. It's very calming. Ah, yes, the scab leader. Oof. Whoops. I have to go and talk to them about the tattoos. It's yikes. Yeah, I know every time there's weather in the game, I do get anxious that it's gonna somehow break. Hold on, I am gonna... It seems fine. Because before it did say that there was an error. Currently there's no error. Yeah, you should light some incense. Tell us about the incense you're gonna light. Alright, I'm gonna do it. Conceptualization. Paintbrush. Check. Heavy fuel oil. Check. Now the only thing left to do is paint the wall. Oh man. The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it be, Desperado? Quite a few things come to mind. Fuck the police. A classic. A banger. You know, that's pretty good. I love you, Kuno. No, thank you. I think a little heavy-handed, and I think I'm an adult man in this game. It's fine. Mother of all walls. That's pretty good. I like how it's very evocative. When I was in high school, one of my favorite things to do was come up with phrases that just like sounded really good. Like words that just sounded good in order, you know, like cellar door, but like times 10. Like what are a bunch of really, really meaningless words to put in order, and like how profound can I think that I feel or think that I am by putting these words together? Speaking of which, I was in Target yesterday and they were playing Modest Mouse, and not like Float On, but like a very like one of their more uncomfortable grungy songs, and I can't remember what it was, but it was one of their like... Yes, Virginia? Hi. It was one of their like crispier songs. It was very weird. There we go. What shadow lies there beneath the bright gleam? That's a good one. Draw a 3,500-year-old pictogram of a human being. Who is that boy who did that drawing? Anfim? Enfim? Anfim drawings? Oh, hi! Hi! Hello, kitty cat. Hi. I don't know if I can make room for you, but I'll try. Hi. Hello. You are being so, friendly today. What's going on? I know, this is the most we've seen of Virginia in a stream in a good long while. Hi. Onfim. Yes, with the 2 horses. Hi. Okay. Oh, she knocked over my lip balm again, and it startled her. Something beautiful is going to happen. No parking. Well, let's all vote. Let's vote. I'm intrigued by what shadow lies there beneath the bright gleam. I think that's pretty good. Because it's very evocative. I like the idea that Raphael, you know, he thinks he's an art cop. But yeah, something beautiful is going to happen is a really good pick. Yeah. Kim has some shit to say about number 1. I believe it. Something beautiful is going to happen gives me Kate Bush cloud busting vibes. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah. We voted, you know. Yeah, what shadow lies there beneath the bright gleam is pretty good. But I do like something beautiful is going to happen. I'm happy to say it. Something beautiful is going to happen. Oh. The little dance move. kitty cat. Hello, beauty angel. Something beautiful is going to happen. You've spoken. The wall will now silently repeat the message for a decade or so, until the sea air degrades the paint, adding another layer of detritus to the city.
Very poetic. Real poetry. Should we return to our murder investigation? I hear there's a really bad one we are supposed to solve.
The lieutenant nods in appreciation. It doesn't sound sincere. I don't think there are any of those that Kim would have liked. Hi. Virginia, are you resting your head in my hand and purring about it? Oh, yeah. Hi. Hi. Now I have 2 skill points, which I think I'll hold on to. I've still got my thought cabinet is doing some real thinking. I do have a slot. Oh, I'll unlock that. And then when I've got some, I unlock another one. There she is. She's a beautiful model. Hi. Yes. So much to say, huh? Thoughts and feelings. Oh, yes. I'm so sorry that my hand is on the keyboard. Yeah? Do you want another treat? Do you want another treat? Yeah. Oh, activated. Activated. Yes. Off she goes. There we go. Was that delicious? Licking your chops about it? Okay, let's go check some traps. Running off with the treat in case I change my mind. Yeah, definitely. You know, I think... Oh, I can't go down and then up. I think I've said it before, but Virginia is a rescue. She experienced what Jack likes to call the Kitty Cat Thunderdome, which is to say an outdoor enclosure that she was trapped in as a kitten with a bunch of other purebred cats being kept by a not very good person who then died. So, you know, treat cats good. IMO. So a rescue went in and like did a heist of all these cats. I know, it's very sad. But she was very brave, very strong. Can I haven't walked this way in a good long while. I've only used the strange fast travel system. She did get out, yeah. And she was in my house. And I had to socialize her, and I had another foster with her, who got adopted by a very nice family. But Virginia, I think I can see this where I didn't see it before. Virginia was a delicate enough case that I was like, I don't think that she can go. To another house. I had to do a lot of work. Apparently there is a little girl around here somewhere who has the armor gloves, according to Cindy. Interesting. Where would she be? Oop, I'm having a thought. A little black swallow circles above you. You hear it chirrup. Yeah, I think I'll investigate it for a minute before I turn to help. Is that lit up green? Oh. Yeah, I'll take some Royale. I got cat hair up my nose. Have I met the drunken storyteller? Yes, I have. And this is the church where I learned about Innocentian rule, and it blew my mind. Oh, wow. 255. Huh. This barrel has been recently discarded. It still smells of fuel oil. The chain trails off into the ocean to who knows where. These rusty gears used to turn the whole machine. The building before you housed the engine. Must have been a big one. Yeah, I heard that Zaum is hiring. Interesting. Door. Unopenable. An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle. Wow, interfacing 20. Oof. What is this thing anyway?
It's military. A service depot of some sort.
Used to service what?
The washerwoman mentioned a depot up the coast. She said it was for moving ammo and cargo across the bay. This might be it.
The lieutenant looks at the hunching concrete toad in front of him. Wow. What is my interfacing? It's like all right. Yeah, 4. My physical skills, not very good. I think even if I were to put my gloves on, I don't know that I have any tool that is like a plus to interfacing. These gloves. Which do, you can't deny, they look great. I just want to see what it is likely to say to me. I don't think I have anything else that is interfacing. Yeah. Just out of curiosity. Yeah, still 3%. So funny. So funny. Okay, well, let's walk around for a minute. Hello. RIC, is vibing, is chilling, maxing out, relaxing, all cool. Oh. A white polo shirt. And some money. I do love this, very slight howling sound. Oh, a thought. The boardwalk rises to your south. It casts its long shadow over you. Some honking from the boats. Is it this one? Trap. Land's End. There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. Same mesh, same wiring. Look around. The reeds shake sadly in the coastal breeze, weighed down by rain. They seem to be waiting for something. Shivers. Easy success. The wind picks up here, near the cape's end, surrounding the narrow strip of land from 3 cardinal directions. It's cold for this time of year. Reach for the trap. Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Big surprise. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go.
The lieutenant grins mirthlessly. Damn, I was hoping it would be in the first one. No need to grin. I'm not expecting to find anything. I'm helping some citizens and getting some fresh air. It'll be in the next one. Surely. Say nothing and just put the trap down. Yeah, Kim, you don't have to grin at me. I'm just trying to get some fresh air. I'm going for a hot girl walk.
I meant no offense. Just...
The lieutenant doesn't know how to finish the sentence. He looks at you, putting the trap back on the ground. Oof. Ouch. Sorry, Kim. Must be in the next one. Cigarette butts, cleaned away under a rock. Brand, Tiomoitri. You make a mental note. Tiomotiri. Seems important somehow. Tiomoitri. Externally, I'm not going to find anything Kim G's. Just doing my job. Internally, next one for sure. That's it. That's the vibe. Okay, just doing a little zigzag back and forth. Someone's made a campfire here. A long time ago. A rusted, broken control box for the radio relay tower. Oh, a new tie. A scented scarf. Oh, I had a thought and then forgot it. Tiny inlets there. Off in the far distance, where the posts trail toward... Will I ever have a thought again? Survey says no. Nope. This ladder is too rusty to climb. The sea air has eaten away at it. This relay tower coordinates boat traffic in the bay. Barely. I would never betray my necktie. But my necktie has never spoken to me, so I don't really feel a kind of kinship with it the way other people might. Okay, so I think that's it for that trap in the north. Yeah, all these people talking about how they talk to their neckties. I don't believe them. It's only you and me, bloody stapler. We're the only true necktie non-speakers, havers. Oh. You can imagine why. Calls become terrible sometimes. I think that's a follow-up to a thought. Yeah, I think there is a threshold. If you don't speak to it, it never will. I think that is true. Just good to re-explore this whole zone. I sort of only looked at it once. And it is neat how it is just absolutely the opposite of Martinez. A new postcard. Oh, the phone. Should I feel like I did it already. Did I not? Hello, phone. A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone. Unless you're out of change. Pick up the handset. You hear the tone. The machine is operable. Put 10 cents in and dial a random number. 005 2403 155. Calling. Still calling. Inland Empire. Easy success. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this? Payphone. End of tone. Someone picks up.
Pierre, is that you, Pierre?
The voice is female and sounds about 100 years old. I might be. What's Pierre like?
So nice of you to find the time to call me. It gets so lonely. Even the animals have died.
What kind of pets did you have?
Are you sure you're Pierre? Your voice, it's different. There. Chrysanthemum.
Her voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds like waves washing a beach, growing in volume until the call suddenly disconnects. Inland Empire. Easy success. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you. To your relief, he did not. Put 10 cents in and dial a random number. 005 5117 912. Calling. Still calling. Authority. Easy success. Again. Seriously. Payphone. Someone with a masculine voice picks up.
Hello, Gerard speaking.
Conceptualization. Medium success. Hello, Gerard. Technically speaking, you're electricity. Is electricity there? I need to speak with electricity, please. Gerard, what a douche name. Change it. Change your name. Sorry, wrong number. Hang up and leave. I'm gonna ask for electricity.
No, but I got a feeling Al Kick Your Ass is gonna make an appearance if you ever call this number again. Have a good one, asshole.
Phone hanging up. Disconnect tone. Put 10 cents in and dial a random number. 005 9977 313. Calling. 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 Still calling. Still calling.
Stop calling me, man.
Someone picks up. The voice on the other end is slightly hysterical.
I'll get you your money, alright? I just need till tonight. Let me work.
Yes, but a slight change of plans. I want this delivered to the Whirling in Rags. In Martinez.
Tethys. Hey! You're not Tethys. Screw you, and don't ever call here again. You're fucking with some serious people.
Disconnect tone. Damn. I could have made so much more prank call money. A single lets you know the lieutenant is ready to move now. I'm gonna call one more. Kim, you're not the boss of me. Put 10 cents in and dial a random number. 005 11 313. Calling.
I'm tired.
A man answers fast this time. His voice is hoarse from cigarettes. You hear typing in the background. Perception, hearing. Sounds like he hasn't talked to anyone in quite a while. I'm tired, too.
If I could go just 1 month without writing, no, 2 months, I could regenerate my brain. Fucking liberalism.
The man disappears with a sigh. You do not hear the customary disconnect tone, just silence in the handset. The machine is still waiting for you to dial a number. Logic. Easy success. Seems like it did not have time to swallow the coin. This sometimes happens. Interfacing. Trivial success. Lucky you. The call went too fast for the payphone to register. You can still make a new one without paying. Interfacing. Medium 10. Dial a random number with your eyes closed. Interesting. I have 2 +1s that I don't quite understand. They are White Morning, Smells Like Betrayal, and then Sorry Cop. I feel like this is connected to the apricot gum wrapper smelling one. Interfacing. Medium success. You close your eyes and put your index finger on the rotary dial, then pull down on the number, then move up one, then repeat the motion twice. Strange. This is not how you started before. Keep dialing. Interfacing. 41, 44, 47. The rotary dial feels cold from the sea air. Keep dialing. 11, 17, 361. Your fingers keep moving like a spider. Every time the ring rotates back with a little ring of metal, like a bell tolling. There's more? Yes. 451, 67, 451. You are going deeper now, into some unknown place, far away from this island of matter and its telecommunication networks. Finish it. 451. You have dialed God knows how many numbers. The headset has been waiting silently to relay a signal. Surely nothing can come of this, you think. But it does. A connection. An ultra-long distance call. Your ear fills with a crackle. The wash of a strange ocean, full of white noise. A little bird starts ringing in there. Not like the local calling tone before. No. A small ring in a cage of distortion. Far away, a distant network of phones. Calling. Calling in the night. Empathy. Medium success. The saddest sound in the world. Half-light. Medium success. Both pitiful and terrifying. You feel your pulse rise with each ring. Calling still. Pain threshold. Medium success. Ringing by the bedside of a dark but capacious apartment with long windows. You know this to be true. Endurance. Easy success. The handset starts slipping away from your sweaty palm. Your breathing is heavy. Long windows. How do I know that? Kim. Volition. Impossible. Hang it up. Let it call more. You just do. And you know it is going to hurt. Volition. Impossible. Hang it up. Volition. Impossible failure. You can't. Some strange force is keeping the headset glued to your hand, your ear listening to the ring in the speaker. Calling. 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 Calling still. Then the ocean breaks. Out of the depths, a woman's voice emerges. Small. The dearest thing you've ever heard.
Hello?
She sounds sleepy. Hello. I want to die. Who is this? I'm a revolutionary servant of humanity. I will free mankind and abolish the classes. I will raise the dead. Proceed. Your voice is so beautiful. Goodbye. Hello. She hums, her voice warm from sleep.
Who is this?
Who is this?
Dora. Who is this? The connection is bad.
She's still confused. Inland Empire. Medium success. Dora. The name feels like a gift. A gift that was meant for you. To make it possible to live. Perception. Hearing. Medium success. In the distorted distance, you hear someone turning next to her. Bed springs rattle. Don't react. Perception. Hearing. It doesn't matter if you react or not. You still think you hear a man's voice in the background. It's covered in pain and white noise. I'm a revolutionary servant of humanity. I will free mankind and abolish the classes, and I will raise the dead.
You're not a revolutionary, Harry. You're drunk.
You only have 2, maybe 3 things left to say before the change runs out. Oof. I'm not drunk or high. I'm just hurt. Why does it hurt to talk to you?
Oh, God.
There's silence. It's heavy as tin. The white noise howls. Say nothing.
Do you know what time it is? It's so late here.
Sounds like she's looking for a clock on the nightstand.
It's 4 o'clock, Harry. I need to wake up in 2 hours.
Do you want a party? I want to talk about me. Who am I? You sound like you know me. Where are you? You sound like you're in another world. Where are you going in 2 hours? I am the law. I'm a detective. I'm doing a case. There's a hanged man. Is there someone there with you? Hang up.
I'm in Morova, sleeping.
Encyclopedia. Challenging success. 22 million people live in Mirova, the capital city of Grad. It is the capital of the world, after Revachol was destroyed. Where are you going in 2 hours?
To work.
Where?
The academy, where I work.
The academy? That sounds better than my job. I'm happy. My job is sad and terrible. It has dead bodies in it. Pfft, academy. My job is real. I'm happy, damn it. Let me just... quick little... It's fine. I don't want to ask if there's someone there with you. I think I'm just going to hang up. Your hand isn't moving. The headset hisses in your ear with evil sadness. Oh, it will not let you. Wow, that's rough. Is there someone there with you?
Yes.
Brutal. All right, we're just going up. I'm the law. I'm a detective. I'm doing a case. There's a hanged man. She does not answer anymore. I'm gonna solve it.
Harry.
Disconnect tone. The machine ran out of money. Leave. Well, that's fine. Seems fine. What happened? I feel fine about it. And Kim, you don't have to ask me about it. Because I'm, frankly, fine. That's right. I wish I could see better. Where did they set up those darn traps? Those kooky cryptozoologists? This is the Anotic Music Zone. Yeah, if there's one thing I know about Harry, it's that he's well-adjusted and will take this in stride. Seems like it went fine, and everything's fine, cool, and good, frankly. Can I go this way? How do I get up here? What is that? Where did I even... Oh, here's a trap. Here's one. Yeah, it sounds like she's living her best life. Ooh, you have pizza, and have arrived in time to see this pretty landscape and apparently the tail end of a harrowing phone call. Yeah, it was fine. Don't worry about it. Oh, this is the trap. Morel. This is the trap Morel just set. Checking it over, he said, is just a technicality, but... Look around. The reeds by the abandoned campsite hiss and shake. Savoir-faire. Medium success. It's good the cryptozoologists left. This isn't a very cozy place to stay the night after night. The later it gets, the colder. Remnants of the camp can still be seen in the sand. The fire that's gone out. You feel strange somehow. Yeah, I feel weird. Almost as if I had a disturbing, harrowing, and heart-wrenching phone call. Well, time to look for crypto... dids. This trap is also full of panicked locusts. No sign of any cryptozoological beast inside.
Another empty trap.
The lieutenant takes a note. More out of habit than duty. Let's keep going. The next one is the lucky one. How are you enjoying the cardio, Lieutenant? I'm quite enjoying it myself. Again, I want to make it absolutely clear that I don't really believe the phasmid exists. Okay? Say nothing. Just put the trap down. Say this one.
Always up for a good jog. Otherwise, would I still be on this case with you?
He smiles and raises his collar. It's windy. Leave. All right. Yeah, let's get up there. Talk to this individual, which we haven't done before. Necessity-driven architectural design at its finest. Field mural. You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Field Electrical R&D. Perception. Sight. Medium success. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago, and now only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, "Tomorrow is just a whisper away." Tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Looks like tomorrow never came.
The lieutenant raises the collar of his bomber jacket. Turn away. Oh, a man and child. A baseball child. Okay. Don't worry, Mikhail. You'll learn all about it.
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with.
A blond man stands next to his son, pointing to the weather-worn ruins. He sees you approaching and smiles.
You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Tran Heilostam. You must be Kim Kituragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
He turns to the lieutenant. Excuse me?
Nice to meet you.
The lieutenant nods. Hold on. Hypertext? Wait. What was that about the windows before?
Oh yes, so Mikhail. They had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago. So they didn't have windows on the south wall.
I know all about hypertext. You and Kim know each other?
No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers.
He rests his hand on the boy's shoulder. The child stays hidden behind the hem of his father's coat, clutching to his worm-themed coloring book. Hell yeah! Sick!
Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into Worms lately.
Sick. Drama. Easy success. The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor, or someone who's been on too many radio shows.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in '08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
He points to the buildings again. Esprit de corps. Medium success. This man is your half-brother. You feel it. But why? Encyclopedia. Medium success. Wow. Get a load of this guy. He really enjoys trivia. The Orbis programming language was named after its inventor, Victor Orbis, a cybernetician from Grad. They run Vox in the Occidental countries. What's so fascinating about an empty old building? You seem like someone who has money. Do you have any money? Great. Thank you for all the interesting information. Leave. Tell me about this building.
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building.
He raises his hand to his eyes, springtime sun warming his handsome face. All four of you turn to admire the mural before you. This fucking crew.
What not a lot of people know is, this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
Look at the building looming over you. It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken windowsill. I don't think I've ever heard of this Field Electrical. Proceed.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains.
He adjusts his suit jacket.
They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve, or should I say they were developing an ace up their sleeve. I'm mixing my metaphors here.
He grins. What was that ace?
It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer.
He pauses for effect. A tape computer?
An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and Ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution. Revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer.
I literally just wrote thousands of words on the development of the personal computer as a domestic technology rather than one for the office. I feel like I can't escape it. I literally just did it. Next thing he's going to try and tell me is that he's going to tell me all about IBM.
Which is a feat of engineering
Phew.
even today's giants, Rhein, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
He grins, admiring the sentence he just produced. Composure. Medium success. He assumes something like a combat stance, facing the wind. What happened?
Indeed. What?
The revolution!
The boy wipes his nose on his sleeve. Yeah, this is fictional IBM. This guy is Disco Elysium's cathode ray dude. Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes. Possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins.
He pauses, pointing to the other building, then continues.
All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D.
I love thinking about this as like a company town. Like a washed up company town. One of my favorite settings is washed up company town. Or like company town on the verge. This is a boy who would have a big lollipop. Yes, it's very swirly. You're saying that Feld Electrical built this boardwalk? Look under your feet.
Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
A pleasure wheel?
The lieutenant looks wistfully at the horizon, as if picturing gondolas rising to the sky. Empathy. Medium success. Perhaps reminded of a childhood memory? It's clear he would prefer there were a big wheel lighting up the coast.
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics. But history had other plans.
What happened to the engineers? The company people?
Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were to ask about tape computers...
He smiles again, as if he's somehow personally responsible for this bleak turn of events. I need to ask this child if he's a communist. Rhetoric, medium success. He means that the boys got shot by the communists. The boys were bourgeois. Turn to Mikhail. He means they all got shot in the head because they were bourgeois. Now, do you know what the bourgeoisie is? That's the question.
Officer, I told you this chapter of history wasn't on Mikhail's curriculum yet. Let's keep this kid friendly.
He sounds disappointed. Oops. Mikhail Heidelstam. The boy looks at you first, then back at his father. Confused. What? I have to know if he understands about communists. Sometimes the revolution requires violence. Should Mikhail not know about this? Pfft. Sometimes kids learn about war. I've known kids who wanted to tell me all about U-boats and stuff. Come on. He'll be fine. What did the revolutionaries do with those advanced tape computers?
They used them for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases. The most notorious example being Le Décret de Mars.
He says while his son looks up, idly chewing on the corner of his worm-themed coloring book. What was that?
What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created Commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02.
Encyclopedia. Medium success. A short-lived legislative foundation for a short-lived utopia.
It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album, Bon Baiser dans ce Lind.
Would love to hear
You should
it.
read it. Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree.
Would love to.
I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
He looks at his son, who starts giggling, his face hidden behind the book. Yeah, how do we get worms involved in communism? That's the real question. Perception, sight, medium success. The kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm on the cover of his book, already forgetting about this part of the discussion. How did those tape computers work? Did they work like radio computers?
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware.
He raises his finger, remembering something. Encyclopedia. Medium success. Buckle up.
10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say.
Oh my god, is this what I
was a special
sound like?
consultant for an exhibition at the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center in Vredefort, Oranje. It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Juice joined the team, trying to...
The Wompty Dumpty Dom Center? I need the exhibition catalog. Stat! Somebody get me the Wompty Dumpty Dom's exhibition catalog for this exhibition that this man was the special consultant for. I mean, he had a long discussion with Paul Ockerman, the head curator of the Wompty Dumpty Dom Center. Reaction speed. Easy success. Wait. Did he just say Wompty Dumpty Dom Center? Suggestion. Easy success. He did it! He said Wompty Dumpty Dom Center. Like it's the most natural thing in the world. Encyclopedia. Easy success. What the hell is a Wompty Dumpty Dom Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Juiced? Okay. Wompty Dumpty Dom Center? Paul Ockerman? Keith and Guy Juiced? What are you talking about?
The Wompty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Art.
The
exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ockerman, chose to...
Is this like the Museum for Jurassic Technology? You know, I've been to the Museum for Jurassic Technology twice. And I don't know how I feel about it. For those of you who don't know, the Museum of Jurassic Technology is a parafictional museum in Los Angeles, in Culver City. that is a museum of alternative scientific history. And it is presented as though it were curated by, like, through the lens of, like, an eccentric scientist, I guess, is who's, like, interested in, like, memory and physics. And it is worth investigating. Yeah, it's very extremely cool, but I think one of the things that I feel weird about with the Museum of Jurassic Technology is that at no point in the museum do they say, hey, none of this is real. And it's all presented as though it were real. And I think I wish that there were, like, a design catalog that was like, hey, here's why we put all this stuff in this museum, and here are the stories that we wanted to tell. It's like you're going into a curated exhibition without any facilitation? I don't know. It's very bizarre. I recommend it, I think. I don't know. I'd like to go back. Who knows? I have a lot of stuff packed up in here about it. You're making this up. Turn to the lieutenant. Kim, is he making this up?
In fact, I'm not. The Wompty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center.
He says casually, and he clears his throat. I've gained a thought.
But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing.
Oh, I have an ad starting soon. I won't do anything in those 30 seconds, but I am going to go back over this. The tape computers you could write directly on the tape. So, like, the way you code is by writing on the tape, and then you feed the tape through. It's sort of like a punch card, I guess. When you completely passed this man on day 3 to talk to the cryptozoologist, I was beside myself. Amen. An incomprehensible ad for Xbox. Go on. Conceptualization. Medium success. Made of black film and folding tape structures. Cool.
Very, very cool. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionaries setting fire to this precious device. But so they did. The felt playback experiment vanished into the fires of '07.
Why did the revolutionaries destroy it?
Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building.
He takes a step back. The boardwalk creaks mournfully in the wind. I want to ask something else.
But of course. What else?
Oh, the lighting changed. You look like someone who has money. Do you have any?
I do have some money, yes, but that's not what's really important here.
He brushes it off like it's not a thing at all. Rhetoric. Medium success. No. I mean, come on. You need the money. If it's not a thing, he can give you some. Can I have some of that unimportant money then?
Oh no, I don't have it on me, officer. I was
sure.
talking in more general terms.
He looks uncomfortable, his left hand squeezing his son's shoulder.
I'm just spending time with my kid here, showing him around the lesser-known parts of our hometown. It wouldn't be wise to carry huge amounts of cash on such expeditions.
Fine. Thank you for all the interesting information. I'm now going to ponder the Wompty Dumpty Dom Center.
No, thanks to you for having me and little Mikael here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
Now remember, Mikhail, when you go home, ask one of your parents about why the bourgeoisie were killed by revolutionaries. Pick your brain. If anything, this was rather one-sided. He did the talking. Whatever. Alright. Time to ponder Wompty Dumpty Dom. Wompty Dumpty Dom Center. Temporary research bonus, -1 to suggestion. Outsider. It's Wednesday evening, and something heinously exciting is underway. People have gathered beneath the billowing roof of an oddly shaped trophy building, sipping wine and exchanging opinions. 29-year-old Wunder twins, Guy and Keith Joost, are the stars of the show, with their bomber jackets and white sneakers, head curators of this art exhibition. It's the Wompty Dom D Dommiest event of the year, and all the cool kids have RSVP'd. Where are you if you are not there? Internalize. Wow. Wow. Much to think about. I would love to see what this outfit looks like. Oh. Where's my fuck the world jacket? Yeah, here it is. Yeah. Yeah. My rhetoric is a little bit... Oh, hi, Virginia. Welcome back. You are so interested in being seen today, huh? I think it's very sweet. Oh, now don't knock over my microphone. I think you'll be frightened. I'm having a thought. Composure. You finally made it, haven't you? People point fingers at you and whisper to each other when you pass by, wondering to themselves, where did that man get such a cool jacket? Did he receive it upon graduating the École Normale Supérieure de Badasserie? Is he dangerous? Yes. Are we talking? Yeah. Damn right I'm dangerous. I hope you all got to hear that little meow. It was very sweet. Motorcycle. You are very dangerous, my friend. Dangerous and cool. In fact, no one dares to say a single thing about the jacket. But believe me, they are all very impressed. Yeah. Are you gonna lie down? I think she might. Yeah. You can lie down. Yeah, she's gonna. Yeah. Yeah. Rubbing your head on my mouse? Yeah. Yep. Down she goes. Oh, wait. Back up. Hi. Hi. Yes, rubbing her head on my forearm, giving me a little sandpaper kiss. Yep. Hi. Hi. Are you being very good? Are you being very good? Yeah? Yeah, flopping down. Lying on the desk. Hello. Hello. How can I get a good... I'm sorry for the motion sickness. Hi. Are you comfy? Yeah, do you have little beans? You do. A little bean touch. Yeah, little biscuits. Biscuits on the desk. Had a hard day at work? At the biscuit factory? Yes. Yes. Yeah, do you have little paws? You have to be careful. I see that you have put your head off of the desk as though that were a sustainable lying down situation. Looking up. Hi. Okay, I'm gonna try and play this video game. I will try and only minimally disturb you while we do this. And I'm gonna look in this box. Gonna take this money. Another power box. It charges nothing now. It's empty. Hey, you guys don't need to see me. It's all about Virginia here, frankly. The fence blocks the path. No way on from here. Oh wow, 525. Nice. Bars cover these long, dusty windows. Oh. Interesting. How do I get up there? Interesting. Oh yeah, and there's a way to get to the top of the whirling and rags. Let's see if I click on this. Yeah. Okay. I saw Kim run. Hi, what do you think? Do you think I can make it there just by clicking? She's resting her head in the crook of my elbow. Hi. I don't think I can get up there. I have cat hair in my face. Oh, a thought. Perception. Hearing. The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. Yes, Virginia? They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years. Lieutenant, can you make out what's inside? Point at the windows.
No. I won't even try. You know...
Oh, Kim! He shakes his head and the windows rattle in their frames. He takes his glasses off.
I had a partner once. They could...
Oh, Virginia. Careful. I had a partner once. They called him Eyes because he had to show me things. It's that bad. Empathy. Medium success. This partner of his, Eyes, things didn't end well. It saddens him to say his name. Virginia. Don't even ask. He wouldn't answer. Maybe some other small talk? Okay. She has a very luscious coat. Hold on. I'll see if I can't scoot you down to... Hello. Hello. So sorry. Let's see. Virginia. I'm just gonna move. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Are you a Twitch streamer? Are you streaming on Twitch? Virginia has internalized the thought, be a little cat. Yes. Wow. Virginia wants to play the game. Oh, it is the only thing in her little thought cabinet. She can't hold on to any other thoughts. Yeah, is that nice? Just a little kitty cat close-up. Just a little kitty cat close-up. Is that nice? Precious little bean. Yeah, that's her. Yeah, she's precious. She's little. What do you think of all this attention? She's moving my mouse. How are you feeling? She's just... Are you camera shy? Okay. I will... So, your little head is resting on the mouse. Okay. What... Oh, yeah. She has a lot of fur. But I learned recently that cats are just, like, exceptionally good at regulating their temperature. But on very hot days, we try and keep her hydrated. Sometimes I have had to forcibly take her out of the sun because she will still try and like lie in little sun patches. So Virginia, how will you feel if I'm like trying to... She's resting her head on my hand that is controlling the mouse. But yeah, they are desert creatures. Yeah, so... Okay. Don't ask. He wouldn't answer. Maybe some other small talk. I will nod. Poor guy. She does have a lot of fur. That much is true. Okay, so if you were the remaining traps, where would you be? Near the boathouses, west of the Feld building. And near the canal, southeast of the village. Okay, well we're here currently at the Feld building, so let's look to the west. Virginia, I'm getting just your fur all up in my mouth. Is this not the one I just investigated? Yeah, I think it is. This is the morel trap. Yeah, okay. So then, I guess west. How do I get up here? Is it is it possible to do? What's west of the Feld building? I mean, I'll pick this up. Yeah, maybe like the more traditional south? Oh, something I have perceived with my perception eyes. Some change. There's this. Oh, here it is. No boat in the boathouse today. Oh, oversized superstar sunglasses. Trap. Boathouses. This trap's not too hard to spot. Okay, haha. Once you know what to look for. Keeping it hidden has not been a priority for the cryptozoologist. Behind you, a ruined residential building looms over the reeds, shielding them from the wind. They rustle confidentially, in tune with the pitter-patter of the rain. Shivers, medium success. When this district was booming, the reeds were kept at bay. Nothing obscured the freshly painted facades, nowhere for drunks and adventurous teenagers to hide. Now, only the wind blows. Reach for the trap. Nothing but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely no cryptozoological monstrosity.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we're done.
He pants. His face is red from the cold sea air. He crouches to catch his breath. You getting tired?
No, I'm fine. I didn't mean to complain, it's just...
He's short-winded. The sentence ends there. Interesting. Interesting. The boathouse is shoddily constructed. A strong breeze might blow it over. I will take this 115 in Real. There's some other stuff over here. Ancient paint is peeling off the roof of this shaded bench, covered in rust. Perception. Sight. A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other. Look, Kim. Even more bullet holes. Something's definitely gone down here.
Correct. The density of the bullet holes is unusual. Even in a general average bullet hole frequency in Martinez sense. Grim affairs.
The lieutenant examines the walls closely.
Meaning, this is a lot of bullet holes. Looks like fully automatic rifle fire. Something you don't see these days.
Say nothing. Just nod. The lieutenant also nods. It is quite a scene. The two of you standing next to the broken wall of an abandoned building, nodding. Nodding along. Not even more. The lieutenant is nodding so hard it looks like his head is about to stop off his neck. Stop off? Snap off. Don't stop nodding. The lieutenant matches your nodding pace. He's a true professional at this. The nodding's reaching critical mass. You can't take this much longer, Captain. Keep nodding, goddammit. Stay the course. Kim Kitsuragi, a small bead of sweat runs down the side of the lieutenant's face as he maintains his nodding. Just one more nod. As the lieutenant takes out a handkerchief and softly taps the sweat off his temple, a faint crack echoes through the coast. Abort. Abort. No, shit, it's too late. Oh, shit, fuck hell.
Busted the neck, did you? Glad I stopped when I did. My neck was really starting to hurt.
Huh?
Don't worry, little man. Now, we should get going.
He cranes his neck left and right, stretching. Damn, I can't believe that Kim Kitsuragi beat us in a nodding race. A nod-off. Are you cozy? Are you a comfy, cozy little cat? Oof. Virginia, I feel like people may not want to just look at the back of your little head. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know how to make it so that the camera angle is, you know, perfect. She's very happy. That was very funny. I wonder if I can get like a good top-down view though. A little motion sickness. Hold on. And then I would love to take a stretch break and posture check. All right, let's see. What can we do here? What can we do with this? Cool. the way she's watching. Uh-huh. Nailed it. That's the way I look at CCTV I'm annoyed by? Yeah, 100%. What do you think? Do you like this? I'm impressed by how long she's stayed on my desk. And let's see if I can't, I'll move my external hard drive and my headphone splitter. Just tuck these bad boys back here on my bookshelf. Is that nice? She's purring. Very happy. Yeah, very important for everybody to do a little stretch break. See how everybody's feeling. Oh, big yawn. Okay, Virginia, so what we're going to do is we are going to look at the clothes in our inventory for visual calculus. And put those items on. Isn't that going to be nice? I can't get my mouse all the way over there, so that's gonna have to do it. Okay. Yeah, that seems fine. Yo! Oh, my glasses were giving me -1. Well, we managed to do it anyway, even with our glasses. Visual calculus. Heroic success. A row of ghostly shades stand facing the wall. There are many of them. A dozen at least. Oh! Their heads lowered and eyes blindfolded. It's quiet. Goodbye. No sound. No movement. Ph. Ph. Hello, everybody. We have moved this camera a million different ways in today's stream. All to try and see that little cat. I've pet her so much, and my hands are so sweaty. I might take a break in a second after we do this to wash my hands. Okay, 10 meters away, other shades are lined up in an orderly manner, automatic rifles primed. A gust of wind blows by. The coats of the firing squad flap slowly in the breeze. A single person stands on the side. The sun blazes high up in the sky, baking the planks, the sand, your skin. The order was carried out in the afternoon. A long time has passed since the moment of this fusilating. Rain and brine have since washed away all the blood. Not a trace remains. Fusilating. A series of shots fired or missiles thrown all at the same time or in quick succession. I did not know that word. What is this? The abundance of bullet holes leads to two options. Either an inordinate amount of executions were performed here, or they did not use a conscience round, where only one soldier has the loaded rifle. Looks like this was a mass execution, with everyone fully armed. Look at the people against the wall. A host of men, probably in everyday clothes, ragged from the conflict and covered in dust, ragged. They were not sitting, a common practice for execution in some nations, as demonstrated by the height level of the bullet holes. They stand, facing the wall. It's impossible to discern any details about their personality or background. Esprit de corps, medium success. Ordinary people, familiar. Each and every one of them. Who were they? Comrades, the forsaken, the wretched, who tried to rise against the horrors of the world. Look at the line of soldiers. 7 men in combat uniforms and dark coats, holding automatic rifles aimed at the people. Soldiers from some side, but from which one? Look at the person standing on the side. The commandant, the one who gives the order. Machine gun fire crackling through the air, the light of the muzzle flashes dancing on his face. Kim, who was who in this execution?
I don't know. I don't know who died here, lined up beside that horrible wall. It could have been any of the parties involved in the revolution.
At first, the lieutenant doesn't say a word. He just stares at the wall.
Perhaps the ones executed here were the loyalist conservatives, killed by the communists at the start of the Civil War. Or it could have been the communists, put to death during the last stretch of the conflict by the coalition forces.
Logic. Easy success. Remember what Trent Heidelstamm said about Feld. What if it was the Feld personnel when their assets were being seized by the revolutionaries?
Another likely scenario.
The lieutenant nods. Reaction speed. Easy success. Or maybe, what about people from the coalition? The so-called moralists?
Yeah. It's very unlikely the coalition forces were the ones who died here. They were always the last ones against the wall. To be honest, if a coalition member was anyone in this situation, it was a commandant, the superior giving the orders.
Goodbye. Leave. A cold sea wind blows away the figures. That was sick. The sign says, Entrée interdite. I don't know what that means, because I don't speak French. But I will take this money and this tear. And this tear and this tear. And this money. And whatever's in this box. Entrance forbidden, basically, yeah. I figured. I found Peepo Peepo. What's a found Peepo Peepo? Ah. Of course. A Peepo. Now she's curled up in a little ball. This is probably because I'm streaming over here and Jack is recording. So she has no one to pay attention to her. She's just curled up in a little ball on the floor, like a little blessed angel. Too sweet. Okay. The canal you crossed, near the canal, southeast of the village. Okay. The door is not only barred shut, it is inaccessible. Okay, so can I at least examine this? An old ticket taker booth, no longer in operation. But it looks like I cannot walk any further this direction. Yeah, okay. Oh, a thought? Nope. A thought. This section of the coast hasn't been used in decades, I'll say. Yeah, Virginia tries to herd both of us a lot to the sofa. And when she was staying at my parents' house, when I would go to England for long periods of time, she would try and herd them too. So the southeast... Okay. I feel like that's really far away. Near the canal you crossed. Southeast of the village. Wow, that's far. Aha! It takes you a moment, but finally you spot the last of Morel's traps. This one's partially obscured by the reeds. Look around. The reeds bend forlornly toward the sand. You see slabs of concrete north. In the east, the city center hums to you. Shivers, easy success. The constant distant song, louder on this part of the coast. Nearer, somehow. And there's that cold again. Always the cold. Reach for the trap. The trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. Something is different here. Look closer. No locusts. Logic. Easy success. No phasmid either. But still. Look closer still.
Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see one in there. I just see an empty trap.
The lieutenant studies the trap with you. Perception. Sight. The netting is a little untidy. Messier than the others. Like someone or something picked up the trap and shook it before dropping it back down on the ground. I do get the feeling that someone or something may have messed with the trap. But what if it was the phasmid? What if it ate them and got out? Yeah, it probably wasn't the phasmid, but still, Morel needs to know. You're right, but I still need to tell the cryptozoologists about this. You're right. This crypto research has been stupid. I get the feeling someone or something may have messed with the trap.
Perhaps our cryptozoologists have competition in the form of an actual entomologist, or someone else is sabotaging them. I could present more theories, but then I would be taking this on as a case, which I'm not.
It probably wasn't the phasmid, but still, Morel needs to know.
We did sort of promise to tell them, didn't we?
He seems to regret the fact. Okay. So where are they now? The last trap was empty. Return to Morel in the whirling with the news. Great. We did it. So proud of us. I'm surprised by how little much time that took. You know, how little much time? Also, according to the Google Doodle, today is Pétanque Day. Pétanque. Which the men are playing by the water. Hello, cryptozoologist. Who is this? Is that the crypto fascist?
Boy, am
Yeah.
I ever so grateful to you, officer. But I'm not the only one who wants to thank you.
He nods towards Lena. I'll talk to her then.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
Just doing my job, ma'am.
Here, I want to give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie, Mexican origin. The pin is an antique, quite special.
She hands you a thin ribbon held together by a silver bird skull. Sick. Interfacing. Easy success. The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull. With 8 eyes. Encyclopedia. Medium success. You could ask her about this when you get the time. It's probably a cryptid. But the phasmid, of course, is more important. That's all for now, ma'am. The last time I asked her to tell me...
Possibly shower thanks on you
No.
as enthusiastically as my wife has, but I am grateful for your assistance, officer.
No. Okay. Hold, please. Hold, please. Oh no. Oh no. No. Okay, hold on. I don't have a recent... Hold on. Hold on. No, hold on. I have to leave. I have to... Hold on. If I make a new save. New save. Save. Hold on. You can see. You can see this. I didn't know if it was gonna open up like a bug window. Yeah, there's also... Hold on. Okay. These are my saves. This autosave appears to be maybe just after I spoke with the man about Feld. So let's see if I can't load this one in the Whirling in Rags. No matter what, I have to... Okay. It seems fine. And if I exit, to my desktop. Okay. Now you see that this game... Okay. That's okay. What? Oh no. What? Yeah. I'm simply going to pause. And look at this butter for comfort. And look at my cat. on the floor here. Curled up. Yeah. It's just simply loading. But what if you could look at all the games in my Steam library? You know? Ugh. You'd know what video games I play. Okay. Annual lobster roll. Oh my god. Jack, I want to eat a lobster roll so bad. Yeah, I'm finishing up. I had a weird. Look who's here.
It's that little pie.
I know. She has been such a ham.
Yeah, you been a big fat ham? Are you BT? Oh my god, it's warm in my office.
It's warm here too. I'm trying to make sure that my save didn't corrupt because it tried to tell me that there was an error. It seems fine. It seems fine. So let's turn in this quest to the cryptozoologist.
Good to see you again, officer. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Why don't we get lobster rolls?
I would love to get some lobster rolls. I don't know where. There's a place.
We can go to Red Lobster.
No, Jack. No, I wouldn't do that to you. We could go to Blue Lobster. No, there's a place in Naples, which is a neighborhood, like a fancy neighborhood in Long Beach, that does lobster rolls. But they are like $20 a pop, easily.
That's true.
It is. Hold on, I'm gonna see how much they do cost. Menu. They close at 9 p.m. We could go right now. Oh, they have a happy hour. Wednesday through Thursday, 4 to 9 p.m.
It's Sunday.
Oh, yeah, they have a lobster roll for $34. My God. I'd eat one. Okay, so I checked all the
Ooh.
traps.
Okay. And?
And one of them was empty.
Completely empty?
The cryptozoologist's eyes grow wide. Yes, there was nothing in the trap. No locusts, no phasmid.
No locusts? No phasmid either?
Yeah, it's 34 American dollars.
That's not ideal, but...
He rubs his chin. I mean, if I went to the supermarket and I purchased lobster meat, I could make myself a lobster roll for not 34 US dollars. Because if I got one, Jack would also get one. That's $68 right there. That's the base, and then plus tip. We always tip like 30%. It would be a very expensive sandwich. Hello. Oh, I didn't know they were streaming. That makes sense then.
It just
So
means the
warm.
Insulindian phasmid is even more clever than we thought.
She's engaging in a well-known self-deception called motivated reasoning. You should correct them,
Of course, more clever.
the detective whispers to himself.
Yes, the Phantasmadeia picked off the locust and escaped. This is good news, though we'll have to reconsider the design of the traps, make them more secure.
Another trip to the reeds.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. What a deft hunter, this phasmid. I don't know, I'm not You know what?
Of
Keep on
course.
going.
Be sarcastic. Unless you have an alternative hypothesis you'd like to venture, mine stands, okay?
He misinterprets your words. I've made lobster rolls before.
Actually, no. Excuse me for getting emotional. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice
you.
now. And brought some great news too.
Thank you.
My gratitude, and the gratitude of the Société Cryptozoologique de Ravachol, is yours.
Thank you so much. Inland Empire. Easy success. Heartfelt gratitude. But does it feel like closure? What really happened? Savoir-faire, medium success. Some kind of foul play might be afoot. Theft?
Thank you, it's an honor. We should probably return to our main investigation here. This has been refreshing, but...
He says with a straight face, and then turns to you. Esprit de corps, medium success. Helping cryptozoologists isn't really a priority for our investigation, is it? The lieutenant looks out the window, impatiently. Oh. Conceptualization, challenging success. Damn it, Lieutenant. Have you no intellectual curiosity? Interfacing, medium 11. Develop an alternative theory about the missing locusts. +2 for Kuno's a hooligan. Yes, success. Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken. Most likely the hands of a young person. Hands small enough to fit inside the trap, too. You should ask the red-headed boy. Kuno. I think a little hooligan called Kuno may have stolen the locusts.
A little hooligan? But what would a child want with bugs?
Great question. What would a child want with bugs?
Oh, my dear Morel. You've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects almost as much as they love to torment old folks.
A shadow of worry passes over the woman's face. I'll talk to the little gremlin and see if anything comes up.
Delinquents. My favorite.
It doesn't sound like it's really his favorite.
Oh, you've been such a dear to us. Please, let us know whatever you turn up. I have a feeling we're getting so close.
Well, I see you've got all the help you need. I'll see you tonight at my place. Let's play suzerainty, but no more field trips for me.
The man turns to his companions. Logic. Easy success. After this is your last chance to talk to Gary.
Really, Gary? We're getting somewhere here. I'd love to play suzerainty, but...
The woman's voice is a little shaky suddenly.
Lena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere. It was some kids. I know the little mutants around here. Leave anything out in the open and they'll steal it, even if it's bugs.
He looks at his tea.
Morel, it's been fun, really, but I need a bath and I have deliveries to handle. When this tea is done, I gotta run.
A rhyme.
No need to apologise, Geary. You'd be more than helpful. We'll have to take a rain check on that game of suzerainty today, though. We're gonna follow this through.
Did you know Gary was hiding the armor?
Hell no. I had no idea. And I'm still cross with him, to be honest. It's not like him. He's got his quirks, but dishonesty, disloyalty are not one of them.
I don't know what got into him, officer. Thank you for letting him off easy.
I didn't let him off
He won't
easy.
forget it. We'll make sure he won't.
I'll get going. Okay, and I think that's going to be it for me today. Make a manual save. It's not yelling at me. Thank you guys so much for coming out to today's stream, but it is very warm and I have to make dinner. Not lobster rolls. Although if I wanted to get like frozen lobster, how much would it cost? Yeah, man, lobster is expensive. It used to be the food of the people. Damn, I could house a lobster roll though. I wonder if I can get some from Costco. Interesting. Much to think about. All right, gang. Thank you all so much for coming out to today's stream. I'm very warm now. If you didn't know, Jack and I have been playing Inscription on Friday nights, and that's available here on Twitch. There are only 3 episodes. They are a little long. I'd say they're like maybe 5 to 6 hours a pop. But we've been having a lot of fun with that, so I really recommend that you give that a watch if you're looking for something else to watch. We are like insultingly close at finishing this Nancy Drew Let's Play. You'll know why when you watch it. About what's happened. So at some point that will be out. I know we've been saying that we've been doing it since like May, but we've been playing it since May. So that should be coming out pretty soon. Virginia is a perfect little angel. And I should be playing Disco again next Sunday. And I'm so appreciative that all of you come out just to hang out and play this fun little game. Just a fun little game. Nothing harrowing or sad about it at all. All right. Have a wonderful Sunday wherever you are, and I will see you next time. All right. Bye.